Hey, welcome back to another RSG Reality Skewed Gamers Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J 1999. Welcome everybody to the show. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, it's pie day. I didn't know this. Someone, good old Saintly Red told me about it's pie day. And at first I thought, pie, I'm going to go get some chocolate silk pie and celebration of pie day. He's like, no, the number pie. I'm like, aw. Well, I guess you can do both. So maybe we'll both celebrate the number and the delicious pastry that we can all have after a very healthy and nutritious, balanced breakfast or dinner or lunch or whatever you're having. Welcome everybody in the chat. Let's see here. We got, of course, we've got Saintly Red, who gave me that wonderful pie information.
Yep.
That's right. We also have Grim, who likes eating pie, but did not have the pie information.
Yeah, I love pie, but that'll be after the show.
That's right. And then, of course, joining us, we're glad to have him back because I don't think we can take any or handle any more chicken reports from Grande. The one and only Dr. Finn Medicine Woman. He's back after a 2 day of having to deal with just some really just dumb people who make his life miserable. We have to find them. Finn, I need their names and addresses. I will take care of this for you.
I still have to catch up on the chicken report.
Yeah, well, Grande just, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Awesome. It was like a one of those things where it's like a live newscaster. We go to our man,
this just
Frenchie
in.
Patron. Yeah, he's like, this just in. The chicken is now behind the woodshed. I'm following it. All right, Grande, be safe. Don't get chicken pox or anything. Oh, I'm staying my distance. Oh, so try to get the chicken. It's like, oh my god.
Grande took a chicken behind the woodshed.
No, he was following the chicken behind the tool shed. It wasn't his chicken; it was somebody else's chicken. But it's in the middle of town. He said, and it was just randomly there, and so he decided to follow the chicken.
So he's stalking somebody else's chicken.
That's right. He was trying to. Make
sounds like Grande.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's what Grande does, But I digress. So, you got to go back and listen to it. It was funny. We were cracking up. I thought I was going to die because, like, what is wrong with you, man?
Seriously, I'm glad my mic was muted for that because I was laughing so hard.
He would just randomly I've had an update on the chicken. Like, okay, Grande, well, what's up with the chicken? It's in the bush. The chicken is in the bush. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for that update, Grande. Did you see the letter yesterday that CG wrote, Finn? We'll cover it tonight in the big stream, but I just want to know if you've seen it or read it.
I have skimmed it, yes.
Did you think that it should have said at the beginning, Dear Ranger?
Pretty much, yes.
I didn't know that first until everybody started saying, hey, this should say Dear Ranger. What were overall thoughts? See, that's the kind of stuff I want from them. A real breakdown. I may not, as I said, I may not agree with it, but that was really detailed and in depth and something that they need to do more often. Do you agree or disagree, Finnan?
They need to do it before they release content.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
There's
that's what they
nothing that
should
changed
do.
between when they released it and when they're making the changes that would have prevented them from doing any of the changes with exposed. Like, I find it nice that they're giving us an explanation. They're not explaining why they didn't change it before.
Right. But that's kind of the way they need to do things, right? If they're listening, that's how we like that kind of stuff. Especially Finn. He's very analytical. Me, I just like more details and an explanation, but I mean, Finn goes deep into that crap. So if you want to make the RSG guys happy, then that's what you do. If you guys have questions, of course, put them in chat. We'll give Dr. Finn a break. Stanley's been doing a great job in your absence, Dr. Finn. You don't mind if he scoops questions and asks them, do you?
No.
All right.
I have an issue.
You have an issue?
No, why would I have an issue with somebody else doing it and me just being able to relax? Thank you, Saintly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, the good thing about Saintly, he's a great guy, and I remember he was like, I need some, I want to work on my public speaking and stuff. I'm like, you know what, Saintly, we got you, and he's doing a great job, Dr. Finn. I think he's been doing awesome. So that being said, let's get your questions in, guys. Remember, if you want to support us. We're getting close to 3,000 subscribers, so subscribe. That really helps the channel grow. Give us a thumbs up on all our videos. That really helps us grow. If you'd like to support us financially, then give us a thumbs up. Or not, give us a thumbs up. Yes, that supports us financially. I give you 3 thumbs. Well, I can spend that at nowhere. But if you'd like to support us, there's 3 ways you can do it. There's the super chat function on the bottom. You become a sponsor up top. $4.99 gets you. What do they get for $4.99 a month, Finn?
Okay, so let me clarify something for everyone. Just about all of that. So there's a difference between the RSG VIP on the Discord and what YouTube does. So for RSG VIP on Discord, you can either become a sponsor on YouTube or you can donate $20 through Super Chat and or PayPal, which is the third option that Ranger was getting to. Right. By becoming a VIP, we give you access to some content that we're putting out early. I started to do some VIP exclusive videos. So there was one that I put out to all the VIPs earlier this week that they saw. So that is what you get for being a VIP. Now, if you become a sponsor on YouTube, you get access to some of the different emojis that are available there. So there's a Baby Ranger, and you get everyone but Grande right now. Once we get enough sponsors, we're going to add Grande. But you'll get mine, Tits, and Loki's Silverbolt drawings as emojis on the chat. Now, one of the questions that came up is, if I'm a VIP, why can't I get access to the emojis? And that is because YouTube has a setup, so it's only for sponsors. We do not have any control over that. If we did, we would give you guys access to
trust
it.
me,
We give all VIPs. But just so you guys know, the access to the emojis comes exclusively from being a YouTube sponsor. But for the purposes of our Discord and what we provide you guys, on our Discord, you can either donate $20 and become a VIP or become a sponsor. And everyone is putting in all
I see that now.
The emojis are flooding the chat right now.
You know, it proves the point that I may take what I say seriously, but I don't take myself seriously, because everyone else gets the cool Silverbolt picture. Not me. Not my Darth Revan appearance. It's me as Baby Ranger. And I don't think that'll ever change. Baby Ranger. Yeah, everybody does love the Baby Ranger. We need to get a Baby Finn and a Baby Ranger doing a skit for some kind of diapers or something again.
Oh, God.
Let's see. So if you have, that's how you can do all that. We've got the store, right, Finn? Any updates on the store?
So I think there's going to be a bigger unveiling next week.
Okay.
Next week on our live stream, we'll have kind of a big unveiling. I'm going to put some stuff in the VIP Discord later today, but there's going to be some improvements. I'll leave it at that.
Very nice. And then we've got, if you want to listen to this afterwards, we got a couple cool options. You can just be a part of, and my energy refresh. Thank you for, or something happened. Goddamn game. But completely threw my train of thought off. What was I saying? Damn, I hate when that happens. I completely just went blank there. Son of a bitch.
You were on the store.
Oh, yes, the store.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. More from Ranger J just looking stupid. Yes, if you would like to go to the RSG store, we got a lot of cool. We got the cool stuff there. And then if you want to listen to this afterwards, YouTube has a feature now that you can go back and watch the chat live as it happened in the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you can't do that, you don't want to waste your data and stuff, you can just go to the iTunes store, download us as a podcast, and you can listen to us whenever you like. And then
it is a video podcast. So
it is a video podcast. We don't know how to fix that yet, guys. Sorry. I mean.
I'm working on it. I think I know what I need to do. I'm still working on it.
Yeah, I think some bribes or something will have to take place, but that's on the down low, you know what I'm saying? And then anything else? Nope, I think that covers everything for us. So just stay tuned for all that. I finally got my government money fixed and figure it out finally after just weeks and stuff, man. So hopefully today, it didn't come in today. It should come tomorrow. I'm getting that Xbox, Finn. I'm gonna get Battlefront.
Woot.
Finally. Holy smokes, going to get the Xbox. I'm going to go in now. The thing I was, because some people have Xbox, some have PlayStation. I already had some stuff for Xbox. I'm going to start with Xbox first. And I said PlayStation, but a little bit more expensive. You know what I think we'll do, Finn? We'll have while we're doing the Battlefront streams, we'll have, if you'd like us to get a PlayStation, have a fund on the, donations for that. And then maybe I can get the PlayStation next month, so we can kind of go that, because Finn's got the PC version, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So he's got that. I'm going to try to get my Old Republic account. Now here's the thing with the Old Republic. People have been asking me about that. If I can get my old account with all my goodies with it, then I'll play some Old Republic. If I can't, I'm not starting from scratch again. Sorry, I'm not refarming. That's just too heartbreaking, because I had Revan's costume, I had Tulak Hord's costume, I had all that crap. I don't want to no. So I'll try to call them today. Well, Nicholas Smith, I had to pick one. Nicholas South, I had to pick one. Because everybody that has Xbox, if I pick PS4, it's going to be like, why not PS4? So I can't win. It doesn't matter which way I go. Ouch Dump is like PC games only. I mean, god dang, I can't make everybody happy, Finn. I'm just picking one, I'm going with it. Hate me if you want. We'll get the PlayStation right afterwards, guys. One thing at a time. Oh, God in heaven. Let's see. So we got territory battles going on. We've got we've got heroic raid. I was not paying attention. I was so tired yesterday. I thought I did more percentage, but I didn't, and I was like, oh no. I didn't do enough percentage. I need to go ahead and do some more, and I will. But yeah. You guys, territory battles are going well? You guys starring up and everything?
Yeah, it's going along.
Sword of the Jedi says, Finity, I want my VIP. I did 40 PayPal a couple weeks ago. Well, matches Finn, and we will get that for you, buddy. I'm sorry about that.
Well, so here's the thing.
Yeah,
if you do PayPal, please make sure to include some kind of handle.
Right. We don't know. Yeah, it might be your first name and last name, and we don't know who you are.
Exactly.
We're just going to say that. So if you have done that, just get with Finn, and he will be more than glad to get you VIP status.
Yes.
And VIP status
that will
means
not be a problem.
You can come hang out with us during the RSG lunch streams or the late night Saturday streams, or if we're doing any special streams. I mean, that's just the way we roll, man. So,
Ouchie Dumpling does have a point, though. PC is the cheapest option because you already have a PC.
Ouchie.
Nah. No. So you need a PC that has a video card that's able to run it. So if you're keeping your computer up to date, you're right.
I mean, you need some heavy duty stuff to make that work. It's just easier to do it to where I get the Xbox, stream it to the computer. It'll be clear and everything. We'll eventually get there. Look, eventually, me and Finn's goal is to be filthy millionaires and to have hookers and blow and for everyone, right? You just come to the mansion, we play games, and me and Finn. Well, Finn will be eating Twinkies. I'll be doing other things. Finn, you've got the Twinkie maker. We could have guests over. You can make Twinkies for them all the time with that Twinkie maker. I just thought of that. You could be like the pastry chef of goodies, of Hostess goodies.
Can I be the Swedish chef?
Yeah, Finn's got his hat.
In the words of Tina from Borderlands 2, that would be awesome.
We'll have a tea party. Well, no, we're still going to be doing PC games. We're still going to be doing Diablo. We're still going to be doing Borderlands 2. I still have to teach Finn how to shoot, but we're going to be doing that as well. So. Yeah. So if you have to get your questions in, we're going to start answering questions now. And then remember, guys, we got the Discord. If we missed your question or you didn't get a chance to ask it, just come to our Discord. That's what it's there for. We've got an amazing community of people that will be more than glad to help you out. I mean, they beat us to the punch all the time. And if you really have a question for me, Finn, directly, just message us in Discord. Everybody does. I wake up every day, Finn. I know about you, and I've got lots of messages in Discord. And I just talk to everybody like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'll answer your question. So we're going to have Dr. Finn chilling back. Salin's going to give us the questions, and we're all going to answer. So, Salin, if you could, kind sir, start giving us some questions.
Ice Bank Mice Elf. I have Vet Han.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a funny name.
I know.
I have Vet Han 100 out of 100. Good. I have Chewy 76 out of 85. I do one free refresh, sometimes two, depending on crystals. Will I be able to finish before JTR ends, or will a pack cover it?
Let's do the math. So that's 109 shards, 10 days, 9 days now. Let's see. What's today? The 14th. Well, no, it'll run for 7 days, so 8 days. Well, let's see, 8 into 109 is...
The answer is no.
No. You're going to have to do either more crystal refreshes in the day, because if you average 14 a day for the crystal refreshes, you do all 100 ones, which is 300 crystals, easily. Because you can average 14 a day and easily, let's see, 14, that'll put you at 110, 90 in 7 days. It would be close.
You wouldn't average 14 though, so that's the problem.
That's what I kind of averaged. I did it when I did it. I made sure and checked it, and I averaged about 14.
If you get 1/3 of a drop, if you get a drop rate of about 1/3, which is about what it is,
right?
You're going to end up with about 10 to 11 shards per day.
Okay.
So you're going to fall short.
You're going to fall short. Okay.
And that's with 3 refreshes, by the way. So easy way to calculate it: the amount of energy you get in a 24-hour period of Cantina energy is 120. Each additional energy that you do a refresh is another 120, right? And then plus 45 for the amount of Cantina energy you get with the single bonus. So you're getting 360 plus 45 with your with how much energy you get in any given day. If you do the 360 plus 45, you get 405 total energy. The node is 16 energy per attempt. So you'll get about 25 attempts per day. And then if you divide that by 3 to make it 1/3 of a drop rate, you're looking at about 8.4 or so. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing 360 because you said you're only doing 2. If you're doing a 3rd refresh, then you're getting like another 2 shards, and that's how you get the 10 to 11. It's not worth it to do the 200 crystal refreshes for those of you that do have a lot more crystals, because the 200 gives you shards at a rate of about 80 crystals per shard if you are getting the standard drop rate. If you ignore all the other stuff though, like all the Cantina tokens and that kind of stuff, that is exactly how much they sell it for in the shipments, and with the shipments you don't use RNG. So the 100 crystal refreshes for Cantina energy is actually a better value for your to get your shards. So you should do all the 100s, and then I would buy them straight out as shipments. But with where you are right now, if you're doing 2 refreshes a day, you unfortunately will not make it unless you get some ridiculous RNG and you're getting like
or if they do a double drop thing, which I don't see them doing.
They usually only do the double drop rate for the first time it comes, so I wouldn't expect a double drop for the veterans or anything this time.
No.
So, unfortunate news I have to break is if that is what you have available to you, you will fall short on the very high likelihood you will fall short of some crazy RNG and a ridiculously high drop rate.
What do you think of the pack for him?
So the packs don't, so if you're going to spend money, right, to buy a pack, because he doesn't have crystals, right, because he's only doing 2 refreshes. So that means that he doesn't have crystals in order to get the better value, in which case then that means he's spending money. I wouldn't buy the packs. I would rather just buy the crystals and then get them out of the shipments. I have to look at the packs again to see what the value are.
$30, you get 50 of each and gear and stuff.
It's more important is how much you're paying for the shard. Is it a good conversion rate between if you spent money in order to buy the pack versus if you bought the crystals, how many shards would that equate to? Because the gear is not relevant. When you're looking at Jedi Rey, you're looking more to get the character, and then you can spend all the time you want. You don't want to wait another 3 months for her to come back. So it's more... I have to look at the pack again to tell you for sure, because I don't remember the cost and how many shards you get exactly. But it would be... Once it comes out, I can tell you a little bit more. But it's more on the efficiency of getting the shards is more important than all the gear and all that other stuff. Especially if you're not a big spender and you're only spending it a little bit. Alibaba's saying that the pack is a good conversion. If it's a good conversion, then I don't have an issue. What you're looking for is essentially less than 80 crystals per shard. If the conversion rate is less than 80 crystals per shard, then you're good.
Word.
But I don't remember exactly the cost or anything like that. So.
And Finn would know because that's science.
Yes.
I'm blinded by science.
You blinded me with science. Get my ships.
Xylo takedown. What's up, RSG crew?
What's
Glad
up,
to see
Xylo?
Finity back.
What's up now? What did he say?
He just said, "What's up, RSG crew? Glad to see Finity back today."
Yeah, he's had a busy week, but we're glad to have the little guy back.
Night Elf Jays. Ranger, what order should I Zeta my first order team? Planning on running Executioner when he becomes free to play.
Kylo Ren unmasked, both Zetas. If you're going to go first order, that's the first two you've got to do.
I concur.
I mean, go ahead, Graham.
No, I was just saying I concur.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's say.
If you're doing first order, Kylo Ren unmasked, number one.
Yeah, number one is
Kylo Ren. He love you long time.
He does. I mean, I'll pull mine up right now. I do have the Xenon Kylo Ren, the old version of Mask Kylo Ren. But I'm working on getting them Gear 12 now, slowly but surely. But the team the ideal team you want is Executioner, First Order Special Forces TIE, First Order Officer, First Order Stormtrooper. And the next Zeta I get, I'm putting it on First Order Stormtrooper with Kylo Ren unmasked. That's the team you really want to run. So I'm running the old version of that right now, which is Kylo Ren, Kylo unmasked, and then regular Kylo Ren, First Order Officer, First Order Stormtrooper, First Order TIE Pilot. It does really well, but with Special Forces TIE Fighter and First Order, oh hell no. Executioner in that, game on. So as soon as it comes out behind the paywall, I'm going to go heavily into that. But yeah, these two Zetas on Kylo Ren unmasked, you got to do. They just make that team so potent. It makes him just a nightmare to deal with, especially in territory wars. And the team is really good in the new raid. And they're great in territory battles. I've been running I did a full run yesterday with my First Order team and had no issues whatsoever with the battles. I mean, this team is kind of like... it's just straight cash, homie. It's if you get them geared, they're gonna kick ass. So that's why I'm very much into this team. That's science. Can't argue with science, guys.
Nathaniel Miller, Around the Corn. What is the most underrated tune? McMo would say "Pow."
Pow?
I would not concur with that.
I would not concur with that ever. And I love McMull. I think he's amazing. Holy balls.
Most underestimated tune? Death Trooper.
Yep.
Many people underestimate the power of him.
He is amazing.
He is amazing.
God, is he amazing. He is straight amazeballs. I mean, I can't put it in any other way.
I think he has the best kit of all the characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
That's a good old Death Trooper. Why is he so amazing?
He's got daze on his basic. He's got stun on his basic. He's got
attacks. He can
dispels, anti-heals.
Removes. His terminate is ridiculous. His Zeta is only good if you're going to use Krennic. It's but
he doesn't really need it.
No,
to be honest.
But he is hands down. Yeah, I would agree with that. He's just ridiculous. I love him. He's awesome. Really is awesome. Anybody else have one? What about you, Finn? Don't say Ugnaught. I'll reach through this damn microphone.
No, I'm not going to say Ugnaught. I only disagree with Death Trooper only because I don't think he's that underestimated.
I think he is. A lot of people have not farmed him, and now they're all like, oh, Death Trooper, he's amazing. Yeah, he's been amazing.
Well, I think the reason they don't farm him early is because it's so light side heavy in this game. When you're starting out, it's all about getting your light side characters up, and Death Trooper doesn't have a place until you start getting Reaper, and then people start farming Death Trooper and Shore Trooper to bring him up. I don't think it's necessarily that he's underestimated, but more so that he's a late game farm because he is a 16 energy node, so he's expensive. You really want him. He isn't as utilized in Arena right now, although he's good. He's not terribly utilized in Arena, and you need Reaper in order to kind of put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
The character I would say is underrated is actually Rebel Officer Leia.
Interesting. Good choice.
I think she has a lot of versatility to her kit, but the problem is she's also very niche in her use. But when you find a team that she can really dominate at, even as a leader, I want to look at her leader a little bit more, especially on this Sith raid, because if you can put her, ironically, with a team like with a Death Trooper, right, and you put the Death Mark, and you're facing one of the bosses, and they don't have any of their minions around, her special is going to deal like the damage to the single target with the Death Mark 10 times. So I think I'm going to go with Rebel Officer Leia as an underestimated character.
I can see that.
I'd have to go with Magma Trooper. And I guess you'll have to check out Arnold Team 101's video, newest one that just came out, to figure out why.
Yep. It's a good call. All right. Next question, please, sir.
Adamtron, do you think CG is kind of done remaking characters?
No. It's only begun.
Dama Fig. Question, have you decided what to do for 3,000 subscribers? You're at 2,940 right now.
We haven't even discussed it, Finn, right? We have no idea what we're going to do, right?
Not yet, no. We'll probably do something in a poll again and let you guys decide, and we'll come up with some options and stuff. But yeah.
Because we've done the Slumber Party. We did the French version of Return of the Jedi for you guys.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah, we'll figure out something. We always do.
Okay, Adamtron wanted to know why we say no, that they're not done remaking characters.
Because they're not. There's a lot of characters they have to rework and stuff that they know they have to rework. They just haven't got to it yet. You're going to see reworks coming down the pipe soon. Bounty Hunters, some other things are going to happen. So that's why I say they're not redoing characters. There's a lot of characters that in the game that are just not viable in any circumstance. And
yeah, like General Grievous.
You know, so it's coming. It's just a matter of when they're going to drop it. You know, they're not done. Trust me. I mean, they're still going to introduce new characters. Let's not kid ourselves. But to say that they're done redoing characters they're not even close. There's too many characters in the game that are just poop that they've got to fix. You know, I mean, just Jedi faction alone. Other than a couple, most of them are useless, ancillary. They have, I mean, they're just bleh, and they've got some work to do. So, and they know it too. So, I mean, CG knows it. It takes a long time to redo some of that stuff. So, you're going to see it, you know.
It also depends on what you mean by rework.
Yeah.
If you're talking about a character kind of changing what they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's still a lot of characters that have max abilities at level 7. And we know level 8 is when they get their Zetas. So, at a minimum, the reworks, if you want to call that a rework, and I would, because the Zeta can change a character, i.e. Palpatine, a Zeta addition to a character will change their utilization in several aspects of the game. And they still have several characters that you can add a Zeta to. A lot of their releases, as we've discussed, is based on Disney and EA and when they're expecting things to come out. You try to tie things so we can kind of expect with like the new Han movie, for example, that there is going to be some new stuff, and we're speculating that that's why it was the character of the month, that it was Stormtrooper Han, because there's probably going to be something associated with the new Han, like a young Han, at the end of the month, leading to it. But all of that said, there are still a lot of characters that have level 7 abilities that are maxed out. And I know some of the ones that are brought up are Grievous and Mace Windu. Just keep in mind, Mace Windu has a unique that's level 7. So if they're going to work on Mace Windu, they could give him a Zeta unique ability that actually makes him actually dominate more with
yeah, they need to rework him. His just no.
He's been reworked twice. I think they just
but the reworks they did
just not
basically
destroys the Sith meta.
They need to just change one of his abilities.
He'll be
add
the equivalent
Vapad. Just add Vapad. I agree with you. Give him a Zeta. Add Vapad. There you go. And then
he could be the equivalent of Biggs against Empire, but for Sith, right? Where Biggs, whenever he's attacked, can get like full turn meter. So you can put Mace Windu on a team where anytime he's attacked by a Sith, he's going to gain 100% turn meter. And now you can basically start wrecking the Emperor Palpatine meta, and you can start changing things around and go back to a rock, paper, scissors type thing. So, I mean, they have a lot of options. So that's why I would say they're not done reworking, because a Zeta can basically change the functionality of a character by a lot.
Like what happened with Palpatine. Yeah. Totally changed it. All right. Next.
Xylo Takedown. What other team other than JTR in Phase 1 for the Sith Raid been hearing Thrawn lead with Magma Trooper, but still need 3 more tunes without pulling other teams apart?
I don't know, because I haven't really dicked around with that one. I don't know where my Magma Trooper is. See, he's like Gear 7, I think. I stopped farming him a long time ago. Oh, yeah. These shower drains. What else is this? 3 shower drains. One shower drain. Two shower drains. Man. Thrawn with Magma Trooper.
So here's one of the things with Nihilus. Nihilus is unique that increases his tenacity. States that is whenever he takes damage, that he's going to stack his tenacity until his next turn. Thermal detonators don't deal damage upon adding. So if you can put together a thermal detonator team that is able to stack detonators on him, you're facing just his regular tenacity. You can attack his adds with your damaging characters. If you have any, stick a bunch of thermal detonators on Nihilus and then just wait for him to explode. His tenacity will go up. He'll take his turn, do all that kind of stuff. So I think thermal detonators, I had to look into the perfect squad. I've seen some suggestions about squads that would work on Phase 1 with thermal detonator teams. And so I would say thermal detonators may be the team to look at. And that's one of the teams where people were wondering why Mob Enforcer was getting a use all of a sudden. And it's because of that. There is no damage dealt when thermal detonators are placed, which means you are not going to trigger Darth Nihilus's unique and the stacking tenacity. So that would be mine.
Okay.
Seblar Asti. What vet packs were available last time, not crystals, and how much were they? I already looked it up, and it was 50 shards for both of them.
$30.
It was $20.
It was $29.99.
$19.99.
No, it was $29.99. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. I trust me on that. It was $29.99.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. It's not going to show up for me because, well, I've already got it.
So it was $30 for how much?
50 of Han, 50 of Chewie, and a bunch of gear and stuff.
Okay, so $30 would buy you... I'm going to do the math right now to see if it's worth it.
Oh my God, Finn's doing math.
Okay, so 30...
Use Pi.
You said 50?
It's Pi Day.
50 shards?
50 each, yeah.
Okay, so you're actually spending 82 crystals per shard that way. You're actually better off for the shard return to just buy the crystals and get it. Not to mention that if you buy the crystals, you'll actually be able to do the 100 crystal refreshes, which is actually even cheaper. So if you're looking just to get it done quickly, the packs are not a good purchase. Assuming $30 for 50 shards. It's not worth it.
Unless you absolutely need a bunch right away, right before it ends.
Right, if you wait until the very end. Otherwise, you are better off getting the crystals ahead of time and then buying them out of shipments as Chewie pops up or whatever.
Danilo Papais. I need 49 Kylo shards to have 5 first order at 6-star for BB-8, but all my first order are around level 60 to 65, and I have nearly no credits left. Should I still put all the credits I get into first order or wait until later?
Go ahead, Graham. You haven't said anything.
Well, what was the question? Sorry.
You have to quit playing Diablo while we're doing this, Graham.
Actually, I'm not playing Diablo. Okay, I was reading something.
Okay, he needs another 49 Kylo shards to have 5 first order at 6-star for BB-8, but all his first order are around level 60 to 65, and he has nearly no credits left. Should he still put all the credits he gets into first order or wait until later?
Does he already have BB-8?
No, he's trying to get BB-8.
I'd say focus on getting BB-8, man. Get those first order up, because BB-8 is amazing.
He's incredible.
He's well worth it, even if it does make you go broke. He's well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Paul Morgan. Shouldn't BB-8 need to be released before JTR?
I'm fine with them releasing it. Yeah, it's fine releasing it in parallel. It's almost the equivalent. I mean, the fact that they're running at the same time. I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't think they want to give a lot of extra time for people to get Jedi Training Ray for whatever reason. So, as long as you have the option of being able to do it, this is what they did with the Thrawn event too. If you remember, like they released the Akbar thing in the middle of the Thrawn stuff, and they actually had it scheduled to come after as well, which was kind of silly. It was fine, but it was silly.
That's right, I say it was silly. Nah.
Top ARPA. What's the best phase in squad for Night Sisters in the Sith Raid?
I have no idea on this one. If you guys can help, I just don't have Night Sisters unlocked completely and ready to go.
Yeah,
so
my Night Sisters. The only Night Sister I have that's up is Asajj. So.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't.
Ouchie, she has her Night Sisters almost maxed.
Damn it, Ouchie! How come you're not on the show?
I've heard Asajj lead is the best.
I mean, I've heard that too. I just haven't played enough with Night Sisters. I mean, it's the team. After I finish doing this little stuff with getting the Troopers to 11 and everything done, I'm going to be investing heavily in the Night Sisters. That's the last team I need to get rocking and rolling. I may start even investing some of the stuff out of shipments for Mother Talzin just to get her to 7 stars faster. Because I really have nothing else to farm. Really what I'm working on is characters and gear, in the sense that it's the last kind of characters that are ancillary, so yeah. But I think Night Sisters would be good in any phase. I would think the last phase probably a lot. I mean, phase 1, probably phase 1, phase 2, phase 4. I don't know about phase 3 because that's a tough one. I don't know. I just can't. I haven't played around with it enough or used the team enough to give you a really good answer. But we'll find out about that. Ouchie, I'm here. What was the question again? About Night Sisters, what phase, Ouchie? If you could respond in chat, that would be great. Because you've got a maxed out Night Sister team. I thought you'd done some stuff with Night Sisters, Finn.
So the problem with Night Sisters is that you really need a 7-star zombie, and zombie hasn't become free to play yet.
No, neither has Mother Talzin.
So as soon as she becomes free to play accessible, I'm farming the bejesus out of her, and she's going 7-star as quickly as I can farm her. But until then, I mean, she's going to be first over Talzin and everything else. But until then, it's hard. Night Sisters, Asajj Ventress does well because you're killing a lot of ads in each of the different phases, so you can kind of power her up a bit. Talzin doesn't do all that. From what I've seen so far, Talzin doesn't seem to do all that great because of the tenacity buff that everything is kind of going around, plus diminished percentage health effects. Daka is useful if you can res up the other Night Sisters. I think Acolyte is going to work well, but you need Zombie in order to do the taunt with her. So there's probably something with the Acolyte Zombie combo. And I'm thinking, again, it's Phase 2. That's one of my theory squads. Looking at Phase 2 for that. But, yeah, I haven't explored enough because the character that's critical, which is Zombie, isn't available yet.
McMullen said Phase 3 for Asajj lead.
Okay.
Yeah, for Asajj lead, I can definitely see Phase 3 because those stupid lightsabers keep on popping.
Andrew Wallach.
Then Asajj smash.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Wallach, question: any of you had teams do 1+ million in Phase 4 of the Sith raid?
I know JTR does. I know Troopers can, Kylo Ren and Mass can.
Once it's down to Traya, I've gotten it, but not with the triple.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder there. I have done it with the Kylo Ren and Mass team, but I had to keep going back in and get a little bit of help with RNG. But it can be done.
Ice Bank, myself. When Jedi Luke eventually comes, who do you think will be required? 5 tunes like the rest, or more?
I guess 6.
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
Yeah, my guess is Commander Luke, Rebel Officer Leia, Captain Han Solo, Hermit Yoda. Which one am I missing here? R2-D2, and then Wampa. Those are the 6 that I'm guessing. And my thought is that the first part of the journey is going to be you actually play your Wampa and have to capture Luke, who is out in the wild. And then after that, you continue to play all the other characters. But it's for like that first part. Yeah, then you'll kill the Wampa, then you'll play Captain Han and Leia and get him and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's going to be 6 that include Hermit Yoda, Wampa.
Artorias Drachnite. Will young Han have an assist where he calls his acting coach to attack as well?
Jesus. Oh, no, God.
Yeah. There's
Jesus Christ.
We have no way to know.
Yeah. Oh my God. Next question, please.
Andrew Wallach. Finn, are you sure of that math on the veterans pack? Doesn't seem right.
Yep, positive. So assuming, again, is 30. If you spend $30 in order to get 50 shards, right? The same amount of money, your $30 can get you. Hold on, let me tell you. It is 28. You can buy a chest for 2,800 crystals, and then a box for 1,340 crystals. So in total, you can get 4,140 crystals. You can buy shards of Veteran Han and Chewie from the shipments for 80 shards or 80 crystals per shard. So if you divide that by 80, you can get 51.75 shards versus 50 shards from the pack. The difference is obviously you get some of that extra stuff with the pack, which is why if you're not super worried about getting a bunch of shards, it may be worthwhile. If you're looking only at the shard aspect, it is not as good. And to the original question asker, if you aren't doing all of your 100 crystal refreshes, your crystals can actually go towards getting that 100 refresh that you don't have yet. And those will be shards that you're acquiring at a rate of about 40 crystals per shard. So it actually does end up being considerably cheaper if you look at it for the shards only, which if you're trying to get Jedi Ray, you really should be. You don't need to worry too much about gear, honestly, with the Jedi Training Ray event. If you can get them up to like gear 7 or so, not even. I think gear 6 was enough as long as you have like one strong character or something to push through, because it really was more of a shard check more than a gear check or anything like that. But I am positive it is Oh, okay. So Brigon Ruby is saying it's 50 of each, not 50 of one. Is that correct?
Yeah, we already told you that.
But he already has Veteran Han, right? That was the question.
Yes, he already did.
Yeah. So then his Veteran Han is just going straight to the shard shop. So that's why I was only looking at the 50. I just wanted to make sure, because they're saying 100 shards total, and it's 50 of each. So I just want to double check. If you need Veteran Han as well, then it is better, because then you're getting him at a rate of 40 crystals per shard. But the original question asker said that he already had Veteran Han at 7-star. So he was only looking at Chewie, and then if the pack includes just 50 of Chewie, Han is useless. You don't really care about shard shop currency. You're trying to get Chewie to 7-star. So.
All right, next question.
Nicholas South, doesn't Mother Talzin lead work in Phase 2?
Mother. Phase 2?
She can. You just have to land the plague, which is the harder part.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of Mother Talzin working, and I think it did around, I can't remember exactly. I think it was like 2 million in Phase 6 or something like that. But it's it works. You might need to restart a couple of times to hit some of that initially, but I think Mother Talzin will work in Phase 2. But again, she's not free to play accessible, so I haven't been able to test her myself. It's sad. I'm a zombie in the game now.
Yep. Scooby, what would be a better leader for the BB-8 event, Phasma or Crew?
Crew.
Crew
if you have a Zeta.
Even without the Zeta, is still pretty nice.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I kind of
without
like
the Zeta. He's better than Phasma.
Yeah, I agree.
Really, I kind of like the Phasma. I didn't. So Crew wasn't really there when we did it the first time, but
I know, but
Phasma was doing really well. I was getting a lot of assists from the First Order.
I know, but I mean, even his non-Zeta leader ability. What is it? The only thing you're missing is just the health and protection thing. It's still really nice. It's super nice, man.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Next question, please.
Scooby, would a First Order team do good in Arena too early with a Crew lead?
Early shard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it will. Especially put a Zed on them. Good Lord in heaven.
They do well right now.
They do well now, but you need to have Execution Special Force TIE Fighter to really kick butt. But I think if early shard, it'll last you a while. It can handle its own. Just so when you get to that upper echelon of things, it can last, but it's just eventually you're going to lose just because there's just the Emperor Palpatine leading the Jedi. It can beat Jedi Training Ray no problem. It can handle your 50-50 on the CLS Titan team, but the Emperor Palpatine team just it just because it can't clear the debuffs, and it just doesn't do enough damage quick enough to do anything. Unfortunately, it's really solid. If you get a Gear 12 and all the Zetas, it can hold its own, but especially against Jedi Training Ray teams. But Emperor Palpatine lead has an advantage over it.
Okay, so we figured out why I said 1999 earlier. Because they did originally have a pack with 25 of shards of each.
So one for 25 shards for that character for 1999?
Yeah, for 25 of both.
I thought it was 50 of both. For $29.99.
Well, they changed it later.
Did they change it later? Oh, okay.
Okay, Steve DeFridas. How can they monetize panic farming Wampa/Hoda?
They won't.
They won't. They've never done anything like that with any of the characters that come from raid rewards or territory battle rewards. And I don't see them doing that because... those are characters that are specifically out of there. It takes a long time to get them.
That's not necessarily true. They did sell Imperial Probe Droid packs.
They did, but that wasn't. You didn't need it, necessarily. You could still do the stuff. I mean, it wasn't a necessity, right? It wasn't related to another character. It was just for those high-end guilds that wanted to try to do that last mission and get more rewards. But
they might just sell guild event tokens.
They could. There's a lot of ways they can go with it, but they've never put a panic farm on there. You're right about the Imperial Pro Droid having that pack and stuff, but it wasn't a panic farm. It was like, do you want this or not? Kind of thing.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger ready for the Imperial Probe Droid mission today?
That's right. I'm very ready. I'm in getting my tunes. So we're going to take the Probe Droid and shout up its ass. Probe, you get it. You're funny. Shut up, Finn.
Adam Tron, question: if you could remove a faction from the game, what would it be?
Ewoks.
I knew that was coming.
Why would we remove a faction? I'd rather build up the factions.
No, I'd rather they were all burned to crispy hot cinders.
Fine, I'll go Tuskens.
Yeah, Tuskens is a good one. I gotta agree with Finn. Tuskens. Damn it.
You still can't even make a full team with them.
No. And they're bad.
Nope.
They're so bad. They're so bad. At least Ewoks have some utility and stuff. They can do some things, but Tuskens, oh my god. Geonosians are right there too. It's like, oh Lord. Just poop. Poop! God. Damn it, Finn, you're right. Damn it, Finn, you're right. And I hate when you're right. If you had to pick between a Porg faction and an Ewok faction, which would it be, Finn? You can only have one.
For what?
For the game. You can have Ewoks or Porgs.
Ewoks. Ewoks actually have variety. Porgs are all just the same. They only need one. That's
racist, sir. That's very racist.
It's like a stormtrooper. You don't need a different type of stormtrooper unless they introduce like Stormtrooper Gary or something. But they don't really need any other stormtrooper.
Well, there are different stormtroopers.
There's different types of stormtroopers, but each one is from like a different movie or a different era, right? You don't need a whole like 5 stormtroopers. Like
we don't need 5 Hans, but we're gonna get 5 Hans.
But they're all different Hans, right? So they're all
different stormtroopers. Death Trooper, Snow Trooper.
But those are no. I'm talking about the generic stormtrooper,
Chef
like
Cook
stormtrooper, like in
window washing stormtrooper.
Episodes 4 through 6 just had like those walls of stormtroopers. There was no differentiating between them. It was just like the generic stormtrooper. So I don't need a faction of 5 stormtroopers. I'm fine with having like a stormtrooper and a shore trooper and a death trooper and all that kind of stuff. But I don't need like 5 of the one stormtrooper in the game. Similarly, it would end up the same with Porg. Like there aren't any distinguishing Porgs. They're all just Porgs, except maybe the one that Chewie was eating. So you can have a crispy Porg and a live Porg. Right. And that's pretty much it.
I think it's because they're all white. I think you're being very racist, Finn.
Porgs are brown.
I'm talking about stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, see.
And
we don't
the thing is,
death troopers either.
Ewoks are teddy bears. Porgs are fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Meat's meat. Fry up a Ewok.
But the different Ewoks did have like a name and a lineage, and there's like I said, the character I want to see is Weechi, which is Wicket's older brother.
No,
I want to see him.
Nobody cares. No.
I know you don't care, but still.
Most people are with me on that, Finn.
But there are differentiating Ewoks. The Porgs don't have that.
They even had their own They even had a movie in their own cartoon, Finn. Damn it. What's Lucas thinking? Oh, goodness. All right. Any more questions?
Maybe for 3,000, we should make you suffer through the Ewok Christmas special.
I will not.
Well,
I've seen it. I don't want to watch that ever again. It's awful. All right,
Danilo Pies. Mm-hmm. What is Arnold Schwarzenegger's favorite tune? I heard he wants to get chopper.
I love the chopper. You run to the chopper, and he makes funny noises. My favorite tune is Darth Vader. He is very strong and muscular like me. I mean, he has got a full body of muscles in it. What's that? Oh. Okay, he's only half a bean, Yeah, but he's super strong. He takes his vitamins and he takes his steroids. What's that? Ah, okay, he's a cyborg. Oh, wait, I was a cyborg. Ah.
Adam Tron. Anyone excited about Holdo and Rose's kits, given they have been in the game a bit now?
Loki is. My God, he's all about those two. Good Lord.
I liked Rose. I wasn't a big fan of Holdo. I'm still not sold on Holdo completely. I think she works for Territory Wars, but I do like Rose's kit.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've gathered from Loki, I wish he was on, but he has invested in both, and they said he just makes that team kick some major heinies. So, but it's surprising, especially Rose. He is really about him some Rose. So,
yeah, her stun being reset is a really nice feature to her kit, with all the exposes and stuff. So.
Danilo Papais. Is a stormtrooper in cloth armor just a KKK member?
Okay, moving on.
The answer is no. Darth Vader's in all black. There you go.
The snowtrooper looks...
Unless there's like a Dave Chappelle thing.
No, yeah, we're definitely not going there.
I remember that skit.
So good.
Okay. Chrome Cobra. Question, what team/tune are you working on as your primary and why?
So I'm finishing up Empire mainly. I just get them to gear 11 or 12. That being done, as I get more gear 11 to 12 pieces, I really just need the ones that are, those triple ones where it's like, oh my God. So I'll work on Empire team, the Trooper team. First order is pretty much, they've got them gear 11 and just getting them to gear 12. But the team that I'm going to focus heavily in on is, I'm working on some crew members. I'm farming Gar Saxton, but I'm going to start working on Night Sisters. That's the last team that I really wanted to get going. So I'm going to get them geared up and everything and start getting them rocking and rolling. All right, next question.
Mr. Penny Pinch, question, did I miss something about Jedi Academy, but what happened to your German apprentice, Bella?
We parted ways with Bella. She's no longer part of the show, and she's moved on to bigger and better things, and I think that's about it. She's just no longer part of the show. Not going to get into the details of it. Doesn't matter. So, yeah.
Kaya Apollinario. Question, is there any GK lead team for the Sith raid that works? I use GK, Xeris, CLS, R2-D2, BB-8, and I get 1.5 million damage on T6.
No. They really hampered the Sith on this one. Anybody can disagree with me if they want, but no. It's just... I mean, with the amount of tenacity of those... think about it. The whole Sith is predicated on being able to debuff and getting the turn meter and all that stuff, and you cannot do that in this raid. So it really hinders the hell out of the Sith and everything they do. Even with a Molly, which I tried. We did this when the raid came out. We were testing out different teams. Yeah, you can dodge a lot, but you're not doing a lot of damage because you can't get any debuffs on. That's a lot of things that the Sith need is those debuffs landing and things of that nature. So the Sith, just in any form or capacity, just do not do well. That's why troopers do better than the Sith, unfortunately. So
yeah, I'm pissed that they made it to where they eliminated a bunch of characters for the Sith raid. Like, right. The debuffers are absolutely useless.
Absolutely.
The ones that relied on it.
It is what it is.
And it's just...
All right. Let's get these last couple questions out, and then we'll finish the day.
Andrew Wallach. Question, when will we finally get the Gungan faction?
Hopefully never.
It wouldn't surprise me if they do. The only problem is...
using bigger doo-doo.
Yeah, Jar Jar is such a hated character. They would have to release them in a downtime. Something where there's maybe a gap between movies or something like that. So I wouldn't expect them anytime soon. But they may come out in some kind of downtime where they don't have any other characters. And yeah, I think sanely, you're right. It probably will be a real character that's released sometime around the April Fool's thing. I wouldn't think this year, but maybe next year. Next year, April Fool's, I can see a Gungan faction.
Pray to the baby Jesus that it doesn't happen.
Adamtron, tenacity mods for raid, do they work?
Not really.
Yeah, unless you can get it like really high. Like I have noticed, when I fracture somebody with Thrawn, when he gets his like increased tenacity, he ends up resisting a lot. But he gains 100% tenacity. It's not all that easy to gain plus 100% tenacity through mods. You can, but if you start adding up like the primary on the cross, you use 6 tenacity mods, and then you also do that. Plus, if you have, that's one of the benefits of Magma Trooper. So it's one of those things where if you can get it high enough, it would work. But it's not all that easy to get it that high. And then Magma Trooper works well for that because he does give all Imperial Troopers plus 30% tenacity, so you can start resisting some of the stuff. But I wouldn't say it's just the mods alone without the the squad being correct.
Yeah. All right. I think there's one more question, then we'll call it a day. It's from, was it Sublar SD?
Yep. Do you think we'll see any characters from the comics, like Afra, Zeros, etc.? Seems like a good source of some great tunes.
What do you think, Graham?
Ooh, yeah, I'd love to see that. Please, 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 please.
I mean, it's a possibility. Will they do it? I guess it's as good as ours. I mean, not privy to that kind of information. It would be kind of nice. We do need more dark side and just evil characters in the game, period. So it's a good chance, I would say. Kind of nice, you know, get those new characters in here. The droids alone would make Finn happy. I could just
Dr. Afra.
Yeah.
Yay. Dr. Afra and Mara Jade, I'll be happy.
Yes, there you go. All right, that's it for today, so we're going to end the stream here. Thank you all for being here. Again, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Help us get to that 3,000. Make sure you support so we get the videos out. Make sure if you can listen to us on iTunes. There's a whole bunch of stuff we did in the beginning, so not going to rehash everything, but thank you everybody for being here. Grim, you got your YouTube thing going, right?
Yeah, I haven't really posted much on it here recently because I've been focusing a lot on trying to figure out the Sith raid along with everybody else. But yeah, search Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Grim, look for the skull with the Anarchy symbol on it, and I hopefully will have some videos up here pretty soon.
There you go. Saley, anything you want to pimp, brother?
Nah.
Okay. And Dr. Finn, anything you'd like to add?
Baba boo, baba booey.
Baba booey. And remember tonight, guys, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have our weekly Star Wars Galaxy Heroes stream where we break down the latest and greatest in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news and notes and tell you what it all means. So join us there. We'll have everybody on, hopefully the full crew and guests, and we'll just have lots of fun covering all the news, talking about it, answering your questions. It's a fun time. So check it out, 8 p.m. Eastern tonight on this channel. All right. So on behalf of myself, Dr. Finn, Graham, and Sanely, thank you all for being here. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will see you tonight. Peace.